The De Bruyne conundrum. Once Manchester City had taken a 2-goal lead, it wasn't exactly an afternoon to really make an impression, given Pep Guardiola's side took their foot off the gas, but it was another game where they failed to see the best of Kevin De Bruyne. This was his first game back after his latest injury, picked up at Bournemouth at the start of this month, and it may be that this run out gets rid of any rustiness in time for the bigger challenges that lie ahead. But City are now 14 games from greatness, still in the hunt for an historic quadruple, and they have done it without a truly defining De Bruyne moment this season. The feeling persists that City can't win it all if their normally brilliant Belgian doesn't come to the party at some point. It's been a season disrupted by injury 3 times for De Bruyne, a campaign where he's failed to find the groove he was in for almost all of 2017/18. There is still time for the De Bruyne moment this season, the game he bends to his will and stamps his class and authority all over. City will certainly hope it's on its way. It will make the daunting challenge in front of them a little easier. Goals. City's double in this game took them to 144 goals for the season, one more than they managed in the whole of last season. This side are now the second highest scoring in the history of England's top flight, behind Manuel Pellegrini's City vintage of 2013/14. They netted 156 in that season, but that record will go on. In truth, City might be disappointed they only added 2 to their tally against Fulham. They had 24 shots in the game and missed plenty of chances. But it's the sheer number of chances they're creating that makes you believe there's many more goals to be had between now and the end of the season, whenever that may be for City. In 2019 alone, they've netted 64 goals in just 20 games. It's a blistering rate of goal scoring. Style. Since taking charge of Fulham after Claudio Ranieri's departure, Scott Parker has been adamant that they will play out from the back, try to pass through midfield and retain possession. The problem is having the personnel to do it. Every time Fulham's back 3 tried to play out, they were swamped by City's relentless pressing machine, playing themselves into trouble time and again. If you were off a Fulham disposition, it was terrifying to watch. When City tried to do it, the Cottage roared in hope, but for Guardiola's side this is a refined tactic, one they are in total control of. It's admirable that Parker wants Fulham to play some football. But you've got to pick your moments, and taking on the Blues at their own game wasn't that moment. Rotation. This was the strongest City squad Guardiola had been able to pick from for a while, with the return of John Stones, Fernandinho, and Kevin De Bruyne to the matchday 18. That gave Guardiola plenty of options, but with the Blues starting another testing run of games, with 9 fixtures between this clash and the trip to Burnley on April 28th, there was always going to be a hint of rotation about it as well. Stones, Fernandinho and Leroy Sane were all on the bench, but it would be no surprise to see those three start against Cardiff on Tuesday, as well as perhaps Riyad Mahrez and Gabriel Jesus, with the FA Cup semi-final taking place next weekend. Pressure. What pressure? City certainly didn't play as if they were feeling the heat at Craven Cottage, despite the fine weather next to the Thames. This was as routine as a stroll along the river on a Saturday lunchtime and as about as taxing. Over to you, Liverpool. It's unlikely the Merseysiders, who seem to be a bit more manic than City in this title race, will find things as easy against Tottenham today. But it's a big game for Jurgen Klopp's men, considering City face Cardiff at home in midweek. It's also Liverpool's toughest remaining fixture, on paper. City will be hoping for a favour for a side they play 3 times in April.